Here we are in another historic part of old Arvada. Look at this beautiful historic house. Now a restaurant and brew pub with house microbrews. In 1864, Eli Allen, the second postmaster, built this house. A one-story frame house with a cellar on the east side. Mr. Allen had taken over for Benjamin Wadsworth in 1882 as postmaster. Mr. Allen operated the post office from this house until 1889. A stable of racehorses was maintained by the family on this property. They were also instrumental in the building of the Highline Canal, giving them water for their crops as early as 1863. In 1891, Eli's son, C. Irwin Allen, took over the property in preparation for his upcoming marriage. Upgrading the house, a new two-story, brick structure, Irwin unexpectedly passed away at age 28, leaving the house unfinished and the property to his new bride, Jenny. See up there the distinctive fish scale shingles? The pitched roof and carved barge boards. Now, in 1894, a wealthy Elias Van Voorhees came to Colorado for health reasons on a buggy ride coming down Ralston Road. Eli and his young bride Cora spotted the house and fell in love with it, and later bought the house from the widow Allen. They hired an architect from Denver to add an addition, joining the two wings at the tower. They had a set of twins, and the only one that survived was Elizabeth. They called her Betty. She grew up to marry Milton Nick Nicholson, well-known mason builders involved in building some of the Arvada churches. You see the tower up there? Uncle Ned came to live with the family, and he called it the sanctuary, where he could go read and get away from the women folk. Cora's sister, mother, Uncle Ned, they all lived here as the family. In 1929, Cora saved the children from a fire by wrapping them in wet sheets through the flames and smoke. The Arvada fire marshal had initially said that the fire was started by baby mice playing with matchsticks. Their daughter Katie lived in an apartment in the old barn when she finished college. Over the years, the house became run down, but the money wasn't available for repairs. So the house was ready for demo. But in 1997, investors bought the property and spent 3 years restoring and converting into a restaurant, brew, and pub. They kept the layout as much as possible. The hardwood floors from 1895. And in the back here, Cora was known to use the back rooms for her famous canned peaches. This house has a lot of rich history. Nick and Betty celebrated their birthdays together, September 1st and 2nd. With dinners in the upstairs dining room, dancing at the Chosadero Ballroom at Elitch Gardens, then back to the house for date cake. Bridge parties were also common for the family to host in the upstairs dining room. Much of Betty's orange embroidery is seen on the walls. After the death of Betty's mother, Cora, she modernized the house, cut down all the trees, subdivided the property, sold the lots, and turned the big house into apartments. She pulled the chicken coop to the back of the house, making the room for a kitchen and restrooms. Now, it is said that Cora and Uncle Ned haunt this building. I did go in and made some videos of the inside. It's very quaint and quiet in there, and a little lonely. Now I went into the house, or the restaurant, and there is a spooky feel about it. The staircase where Cora fell down the stairs and did not survive her injuries, and she is said to haunt this restaurant along with Uncle Ned. When I went down the stairs, I was told to hold on to the railing. The stairs are pretty steep. They like to watch you eat, but they're friendly and they'll just come visit. I think living here was a pretty fun time. Lots of family, parties. You kind of get that feeling here. It's quite amazing, isn't it? Thank you for joining me in my story about the Yak and the Yeti restaurant. If you like to have some Indian food, a brew, come to the old Yak and Yeti mansion. Come sit down and see what the house can tell you. On to the next, more rich history of Old Arvada, Colorado. Also coming soon, stories from the beyond. El Dorado Springs Resort and Cemetery, established from the
1860s. And lest we shall never forget, from Columbia, Louisville, Mountain View, and many more tales from history and the present. Remember, you don't have to be extraordinary. Be someone extraordinary.
Here we are at Arvada Cemetery at the Allen family plot. Here's Angeline L., wife of Eli Allen, died October 27th, 1892, age 59 years. Here's Eli Allen, 1829, 1906, and Charles M. Hobson, 1850 to 1906. Ida Allen, 1859 to 1909. I will do some more research, but it looks like something might have happened with Eli and Charles because they both passed the same year, and I know Eli passed suddenly. So I will look into Charles M. Hobson. And then we have C. Irwin Allen, died San Diego, California, October 16th, 1892, age 28 years, and Cristobal E., daughter of Eli and B.A. Allen, died December 9th, 1884, age 2 years, and Glenn M., infant son of I swear it says O.M. and A.J. Hobson, died September 30th, 1881, age 30 days. And then here is a little marker for Cristobal. It says, "Suffer little children to come unto me, forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." So this is the family plot of the Allen family, who owned the Eli Allen house, which is now the Yak and the Yeti. I thought that was very interesting to look into all this history. These are some of the graves around it. There's little Nellie, aged 5 years, 11 days. She said, "Blessed good girl, 1884 to 1889. This is a gravestone for the Hunt family. Albert C. Hunt, December 23rd, 1835 to December 25th, 1912. And his wife, Abigail Hunt, February 17th, 1840 to April 17th, 1913. And his 3 children, William Sherman Hunt, 1861 to 1906, Melinda J. Hunt Shipley, 1857 to 1929, and Joanna Hunt, 1875 to 1890. Albert ran a tree nursery on Arapahoe Road,
He enlisted in Company 1, 45th Infantry Regiment in Illinois on December 24th, 1861. In the 1900 census, Albert, wife Abigail, son, and 2 daughters were living in Grant Jefferson County, born in Pennsylvania. I thought that was a very interesting story. I love this. They're married November 10th, 1933. George and Martha Gardner grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. I love that. And the wind has really done a number on the flowers out here. Fixed number of flowers. Can't let them blow away. J. Ira died May 1st, 1871, aged 5 months, 4 days.
Here we are at a little church in Arvada. It used to be called White Plains, and now it's Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. But I thought it was very interesting because in 1890, the property was purchased for $1, and it was a one-frame schoolhouse church. First pastor was Edward M. Roberts.